Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video all about things that I no longer buy. I saw this video first posted by Alison Anderson. I've seen a few other people do it, and it really made me think there's a lot of things that I used to buy like in my early 20s, mid 20s, that I just don't buy. I have no time for, I have no interest in wasting my money. There's a lot of money that I wasted. Let me tell you that. I really encourage you guys to actually write your own list and work out the things that you no longer buy and see how your spending habits have changed over the past year or the past decade, because it really opens your eyes to what you see as important now to back then. You can definitely see where you put your money. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the video. So the first thing that I no longer buy is high heels. Shoes, basically. I think that I used to buy a new pair of shoes like every week. And I worked in Adelaide. I used to work in retail. I was an assistant manager at Dotti. I was in Rundle Mall every day. Obviously, I would see shoes and I've always loved shoes. And I would also go out to clubs and things all the time and want different shoes. And then when I moved to the town that I'm in now, I worked in town. There was like this cheap store called Famous Footwear. They quite often had shoes for like 20 bucks, like nice high heels. I have too many shoes that now I've either never worn or hardly worn. They're hard to get rid of as well. Like you can't really even sell them because people don't buy secondhand shoes. Clothes, maybe yes, but shoes, really in the past year, I can probably go through, I have like a big rack of high heels in my wardrobe, and I can go through there and probably pull out maybe like 5, maybe 6 that I've worn in the past year, which is ridiculous because there's so many pairs of shoes there. The amount of money that I have spent on shoes. Number 2, things that I no longer buy. Jewelry. I used to, and there's a decluttering video that I have on this channel, and I pulled out this like colorful, clanky, big necklace, and I looked at it, I'm like, yep, I remember this phase. I would go into Colette, and we didn't have one in our town, so it was when I went to Melbourne, and I would buy like hundreds of dollars worth of jewelry, and it's just costume jewelry. It's just cheap jewelry that doesn't even last very long. Some of the things I never even got to wear because if you had them for a while, they would just turn gross and smell after a while. So some things just kind of went in the bin after a while. I had these massive organizers, like double-sided organizers, where I'd put pockets of all the jewelry. I no longer have that. I probably need to go through my jewelry drawer as it is. Like I actually got rid of like everything and kind of started from scratch. But of course I needed to get like matching jewelry and things like that to go with the outfit. And I just don't do that. Like, I have these little diamond stud earrings that I wear like most of the time. There's another pair of stud earrings and maybe like some hoops or something, but no, I do not buy the big clankety necklace or any of that anymore. I'm very minimalistic when it comes to my jewelry. Okay, so number 3 is home decor. Most of you may know that I moved into this home. It was just over 3 years ago. And before I moved in, I went nuts with home decor. As you can see from like behind me, this is the kind of theme. So grays, pinks, blacks, whites. This print behind me, this is from Adairs, if you're wondering. That's probably like the most colorful piece of artwork that I have around. Everything has a home. I even have a cupboard with like some spare stuff that I don't have out because I kind of put so much out and then I just took it away just to make it less cluttered. Everything has its own place. If I wanted to update the colors and things, like I could get new cushions or change the artwork, but I just don't feel like I need to, even though I want to sometimes. I just feel like it's completely unnecessary to spend a couple of $100s to do that when everything is still in reasonably good condition and it looks good too. So when I thought of this home and styling it, I tried to go with classic and timeless, and I feel like there's like a few like maybe modern elements, but I went with something that I'm not gonna hate in a year. There's a lot of trends that come and go that you might really love one season and then hate it the next. Then you're on a vicious cycle of updating your home. Not only that, you're spending money on buying all of this new home decor, but you are then having to store the old home decor unless you sell it, but then you're just losing money. So no more home decor for me. Number 4 is makeup. I think it was at the start of 2018, I actually told myself, I'm not buying any makeup this year. I broke. I did buy some makeup. I think I bought some new Tarte foundations and like maybe some eyeshadow palettes. But since then, I have really not bought any makeup. Last year, I think I bought one eyeshadow palette and then a couple of other little bits and pieces when I was in Sephora in Hawaii. I have bought foundation, but it's just the Maybelline Superstay one that I use every day. So I have said no more makeup. I have too much makeup. I'm not feeding in. I don't need the latest eyeshadow palette. I don't need the latest foundation. I just don't need any of it when I have so much makeup. And I have decluttered my makeup as well. I don't have as much as I used to. This whole thing of feeding into new makeup is so unnecessary. You don't need 50 to 100 eyeshadow palettes. That's ridiculous. Number 5 is actually linen, including bed coverings and towels. This kind of goes along with the home decor, but I put it in a different category because I know that when we lived at our old place, I would buy like a doona cover, not be happy with it, and then always be on the hunt for a doona cover. I was never happy with how the bed looked, and I'd always just like buy a cheap one at Spotlight or Target or Kmart or something like that and just not be happy with it. Then with towels, I think I just usually bought Target ones, and I'd probably need to upgrade them like every year or 2 years or something like that, because they'd just go ratty, like the ends would just come unstitched and they were just not cute. So again, when we moved into this house, I actually went to Adairs, spent a whole lot of money and bought a doona cover with extra pillows and, you know, made a whole set out of it. And I bought a nice mink blanket to put on it. I have had the same one for over 3 years. I haven't changed it. It's still the same. It's good quality. Like I wash it and it comes up new. There are a few stains that I have noticed come up in it because it is white, but I'm okay with that. Like one lasting 3 years versus like 6 months, money well spent. Also with our towels are from a brand called Sheridan. Really good quality towels. I did spend a couple $100 on them as well. Some of them are stained because I was using like an acne treatment that did actually stain the towels and kind of bleach them, but they're all still in really good condition. We're probably at the point where we could update them, but they're all like perfectly stitched and everything. There's no point to updating them. If anything, I just probably need to replace the hand towels because they just look a little bit ratty with the bleaching happening on them. Same with like the cushions here. I still have the same cushions apart from this one, which was gifted to me from Kmart. So many times I've thought about buying new cushions, and I did change them up for Easter and Christmas. I have like Easter and Christmas ones, but day to day, same cushions. Don't need to change them, they're fine. These cushions were like 40 bucks each. If you spend the extra money at the start, then you're buying good quality and something that you really like, then you won't need to keep on spending money. Number 6 is camera equipment and setup. I am currently filming just on a camera on a tripod. I don't have lights. I don't have a microphone. It's probably like shit audio and I'm really sorry for that. But this is what it is, and I feel so much more comfortable just sitting on my couch rather than like a full-on setup and talking to you guys. Like I feel like I'm just talking to friends. I have previously spent so much money on camera and equipment and everything, trying to like have the best of the best. You know, like I do have a Canon 80D, and then I bought lights. Like I have so many lights, it's ridiculous. I still do have them, but I have stopped buying things like that that are unnecessary, like lenses for the camera. I'd always want a new lens. Lenses are hundreds of dollars. Like you buy the camera, you think you're set up. No, you gotta spend a couple $100 on the lens. Like I have other things that I want to spend my money on, and when this does the same job. And I have actually sold 2 old cameras as well. I was just like hoarding them for some reason. I don't even know why. Number 6 6 skincare. This is kind of like my makeup, and I know not everyone is going to be in this situation, but I have, over my time of being a beauty influencer, I got sent and gifted a lot of makeup and skincare. And skincare is the one thing that I take forever to go through for some reason. So I don't even get a chance to try out all of the things that I get sent. I just have an abundance of it. I give it away as much as I can to friends and family, and it's something that I don't need to buy. And if I do, there are a few things that I like to buy, like my makeup remover pad things, the treatments and moisturizer and things like that. I don't need to buy it. And if I do, I'm not going to try something new. I'm just going to go and buy the one that I like, that I knew that worked, rather than spending so much money on all of these different products that, oh, this worked for so and so, oh, this looks great on this, or like this says it does all of these things. I'm going to stick with what I know and just buy that, rather than being a goo hoarder. Like, I'm sure you saw my bathroom clean out, like decluttering. It was a hot mess. It still is a hot mess because I still kept way too much, but I don't know, I just hoard goo. Number 7 is cleaning products. Kind of like skincare. Oh, I need this product for doing this. This one didn't work, so I need to try this one. My views on cleaning products have been quite transformed. I actually, at the start of this year, I think it was, I started using co-cleaning products. My mother-in-law got me onto them, and it's amazing. It is life-changing for your cleaning routine. You can use it on so many different things. It doesn't smell, it's safe to use, and it just cleans so well, like on so many different surfaces. And it has actually helped me clean out my cleaning products, because I don't need all of these different things. I can just use the one thing with the different cloths and it's done. Obviously there are things like, I do want to keep a disinfectant on hand, because it does clean food grade, but it's not an antibacterial. It's not like the be all and end all, but oh my god, it's honestly, like, I can take it from the bathroom to the kitchen to wipe down surfaces. I can even mop my floor with it. It is so good. Not sponsored, by the way, but I do have a link if you're a first-time buyer and you're wanting to get $10 off, so that'll be in the description anyway. I have worked with them on an Instagram campaign before, but very happy to work with a brand that I truly believe in. Number 9 is getting my nails done. I used to do my nails myself using a UV gel kit, just at home polish with the LED light. And then I got sick of doing it all the time, so I went and got my nails done at the salon, and it was like $45 every 3 weeks. Then Corona happened. So I definitely meant to put them back on. I just didn't. And I think pregnancy might have made my nails stronger, or it's just the fact that all the other crappy bit of my nail has grown out. So number 10, this kind of goes with a few bits of everything, but I used to go on massive shopping sprees down to Melbourne and spend probably, like, I'm gonna say definitely over $500, probably between $500 and $1,000. And it was mainly on my credit card, which I no longer have. That is a whole lot of bad habits wrapped into one. This is where I would buy all of my big clanky jewelry, all of my cheap shoes, so many outfits, like all of these different outfits. We used to have to go do a bag drop to drop my stuff off in the car, then come back and finish the rest of the shop. And for days, my arms hurt so much from carrying all the bags. There's definitely a couple of stores that we don't have here that Melbourne has. And you know, sometimes it's better to just go one of their Westfields and have everything in the one spot. But I no longer go on those shopping sprees. I no longer have a credit card, which is a good thing, and it was just completely unnecessary. Number 11 is actually handbags. While I do buy some handbags, I was probably using like a new handbag, I don't know, every couple of months. Some would definitely last longer than others, but eventually they would just fall apart, or you know, be gross enough that I'd just go get a new one. It wasn't until a couple of years ago when I got my first Michael Kors handbag. I was just using that every single day for, I can't even remember how long I used it for. And then I just found that I wasn't using my other handbags unless it was like for the weekend, or as I have, I guess, been saving money by not spending on other things, I found my savings has gone up, and I found that I've been able to actually purchase designer handbags and accessories. They actually last longer, they're better quality, and I like having a bit of luxury in my life as well. And then my collection is smaller. I really enjoy designer handbags. I never thought that I would own however many that I own, but it's really cut down my collection. I don't just waste money on getting a new handbag like every 6 months. It's actually, I don't really know how to describe it. If you're a lover of luxury goods like designer handbags, then you'll probably understand the spending habits have changed in yourself as well, but it's definitely a spending habit that's changed for mine. And I just figure if I really wanted to sell the handbag, I could sell it and get most of my money back as well. Next on the list is clutches and shoes and jewelry to accessorize outfits. Wow, I touched on this before, but honestly guys, you don't know how bad it was. Like I'd have the dress first, then the matching shoes, the earrings, the clutch, the makeup, like everything had to like be really thoughtfully put together, and I'd have to hunt out for everything that I wanted to wear. And now it's just like, get a dress, chuck on the same pair of nude heels, chuck on the same pair of earrings, and pair it with my Gucci bag. It's just that simple. Like when you have the basic accessories that are good. I don't know, like I used to go for yellow shoes and a yellow clutch, and like they had to be matching, and it was just so unnecessary because then I had like 30 clutches that I've all used just once. Like it was just so silly. And then obnoxious earrings that I would never wear again unless I wore the same outfit, but then I didn't like wearing the same outfit. It was so silly. So that's another thing probably with the big spending sprees that has actually stopped, which is great. I guess also my style has changed and I am a bit more basic, and I'm okay wearing neutrals, whereas I used to wear a lot of bright colors, and yeah, I'm just not into that anymore as I'm getting older. The next thing is a gym membership. At one stage, I was signed up to 2 gyms and I wasn't going to either. Like, and then coronavirus happened. Actually, I hadn't gone to the gym for like well over a year because we got Penny, and I didn't like leaving her in the morning. I know that sounds so silly, but I just thought, oh well, I should be walking her instead of going to the gym, which didn't happen anyway in the morning. And my friend was going so early at like 6 o'clock, and then I didn't have to get out of bed at 6 o'clock, and in winter it was really, really cold, so I didn't end up going for a year. Then coronavirus happened and the gym memberships, they stopped, they paused them, and then they started coming out again, and Dean's like, Crystal, you need to stop it. I only had one in the end and I cancelled it. And Dean actually cancelled his not long after because I made him reassess it. So reassess your gym membership. If you are not going, you need to cancel it. And if you do go and make the most of it, that's amazing. That's awesome. Some people need that excuse to get out of the house to go somewhere and go to the gym and exercise. I just, yeah, didn't do it. Okay, so second to last one is holiday themed decor. First Christmas that we had in this house, I will admit I went a bit nuts. I got rose gold and white and everything beautiful. I spent a lot of money. The following year, I don't think we had Christmas here. I don't think we were even here for Christmas. So I didn't buy anything. I don't think I even set it up. And then last year I set it up, but I didn't put as much out, and I bought maybe like a few things, but not much. But I'm reusing the same decor. I'm not changing my themes. I figure that what I have looks beautiful, and you know, if I do have the extra couple $100 to splurge in a few years, maybe I'll do it then, but I don't need to now. I've got some really beautiful stuff. Kind of same story with Easter and Halloween. We have a lot of Halloween decor that we can set up because we used to have Halloween parties. And I have a lot of Easter decor from one year when I decorated and did an Easter decor video. So it's not something that I'm looking to expand my collection with my decor for holiday themed, you know, decor. I said decor like 20 times then. Lastly, perfumes. I used to have this massive collection of perfumes, and then I just reach for the same one every day. So I got rid of them all. And now I think I have maybe 5, and I still reach for the same one every day. I fed into, oh, this perfume's only $20 at Priceline. I'll get that one. And of course some were gifts, but like I have the same perfume that I wear every day, and I usually try and ask for it as a present because it's a Lancome La Vie Belle, and it's my favorite perfume. So I try and ask for it as a present, so then that gives someone, because it's around $100, or if you get the bigger bottle, 150. It's something someone can buy for me that I'm definitely gonna use. Yeah, I actually got rid of all of my perfumes. A lot of them were quite full. Also, my scent had changed. I used to have really sweet, sickly perfumes, and some of those ones I've definitely grown out of. That is the end of my list, but hopefully it's made you think about your spending habits and how you can save money, how you have saved money over the last couple of years, and then realize what is actually important to you, what you want to put your money into. Right now we're trying to put our money into obviously having a baby, but we're building like a whole big man cave in our shed, and that's going to cost a lot of money as well. But like home improvements and things like that, that's really big for us right now. We live on half an acre, so there's like a lot of landscaping that needs to be done and a lot of concreting. Concreting is so expensive. Like it's just like, oh, I stopped buying all those shoes to pay for concrete. That is the end of my video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now,